Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. We're back.
We're here.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, maybe one or two.
Work has been exhausting. Would like to say that I've had at least 2 incidences of feces being on the floor.
Maybe.
The first was just like a turd, like a formed turd, like on the floor in Fast Track.
Well, he had to go.
Interesting.
He had to
I took
go.
a picture because you don't get that very often.
He had to go.
The second incident was, I'm just walking through a zone, and a patient goes, "Excuse me, ma'am." I'm like, "Yes, can I help you?" And he's like, that patient restroomed on the floor.
Restroom.
Which I was like, I'm sorry, what?
She boo-booed on the floor.
Oh, she restroomed on the floor.
She boo-booed on the floor.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, what? There's a
Sorry, my bad.
there's a turd on the floor.
I got big feet.
Interestingly, the housekeeper did not clean it up because he thought it was a palmetto bug. So that is our lives at work.
Yeah.
That the housekeeper
She
can't distinguish
boo-booed on the
between
floor. It was just
feces
It was
and
just a drop. It wasn't much
a
bigger than
disgusting
a
insect.
regular-sized palmetto bug.
It was a small turd, to be fair. And then I almost stepped in it, so there was that. After I told the housekeeper about it, I was like, let me just walk this way. Ah! No. So we were going to do a whole thing about crazy messed up things that happened to us on vacation.
Yeah, we were working on that.
And our last trip, actually
I thought we were talking about...
nothing really happened. So we were going to go back
we
to
did have that big windstorm.
Mount Hood. Which so much happened on Mount Hood, it was ridiculous. Starting with the fact that
first, let's start with
somebody miscalculated how many days it would take to get off the mountain.
Let's start with the upside. We spent a day on Mount St. Helens, and it was
that's amazing.
It was gorgeous and beautiful and silent and desolate and vacant, and there was nobody around.
So many words for no people.
There was nobody there.
So if you don't want to be around people, I highly
That's
recommend
where
Mount
you
St.
wanna
Helens.
go.
It was truly amazing. But then we drove to Mount Hood, which was amazing too, except
It was beautiful. It was
somebody
gorgeous.
miscalculated the number of days it would take to get off the mountain. It was me. And so we're high up in Mount Hood, and I didn't know this, well, really until I hiked it, but I didn't realize there was glaciers and stuff that come up.
Say the zigzags.
No, there's glaciers that come
the
up
switchbacks.
into Mount Hood, and then they recede. And we were there when they were receded, or had
Receding.
receded. I don't know the grammar on that one.
Had receded. I believe.
Receded. Sure.
They're gone. They weren't there no more.
So every so often, we get thirsty. We pull our little tin cup out, and we scoop out of these alpine rivers and drink, and it's the best water you've ever had in your life.
Probably not safe, but we did it anyway.
No, it's so safe. But this person,
Probably should
somebody,
filter something.
nope, somebody decided that every time we approach an alpine rivulet, let's say that,
Creek.
he had
It's
to
a
take
creek.
his backpack off.
That's because my shoulders were hurting, especially this one over here.
Yeah. Well, and then it would take 20 minutes to get said backpack.
It's
Back
50
on.
pounds.
I didn't take mine off, and I was fine.
Your shoulders didn't hurt. Taking a break.
No, because I work out. I exercise. I do stuff.
I was working out.
You do not work out
Not
ever.
now.
He does not work out ever.
I did once.
When? When was that? When was that one workout episode?
86.
Oh, back in 86. Okay.
Back in 1986.
I was 9. There was then. So
We went on hikes and we went walking through the neighborhoods and stuffs with pounds on our back.
It's like
We
not
did
the
that.
same.
Oh, no, because this was all
Anywho,
uphill.
it doesn't matter. Like, so he takes
I don't
his
know how the
backpack
entire
off.
mountain was uphill in every direction.
You didn't know how a mountain was uphill?
In every direction? Every direction?
It's Mount Hood. It's like one of the highest peaks
It's
somewhere.
every direction. How can I gotta walk back down sometime?
We weren't on that part of the mountain.
Oh.
So he keeps taking his pack off, and I'm like, oh my God. God
And then
damn
somebody
it.
gets
I'm
mad.
gonna fucking lose it. Because it takes 20 minutes. So
Well, it takes 5.
there was a moment at which I scooped up some warm or cold glacier water.
Ice cold.
And this ding dong
Thought it was an opportunity to take a break for a second.
still doesn't have his backpack on. And I would like to get to the Timberline Lodge, which is like a
Lodge.
very cozy lodge, and it's amazing. You should stay there.
That's where
All I'm thinking about is
the outside is where that movie was shot with Jack Nicklaus.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
No, the other one.
Murder, Red Rum.
Red Rum.
What's that Red Rum movie? That Red Rum movie with
shit.
Shelley Winters, where she was like basically physically abused into like not working ever again. The Shining.
The Shining. That's it.
So,
yes, the outside was shot there.
Yes. So, I'm like
The
drinking
inside
my
was shot somewhere
alpine
else.
water, thinking about like resting at the Timberline Lodge with like these luxurious fire pits that they have, and this
3 levels of fire pits in the middle of the lodge.
This
It
ding
was
dong
gorgeous.
is still putting his pack back on, and so my patience
It takes a second.
may or may not have worn thin. And so I decided that the appropriate course of action would be to chuck
the
my cup at his head.
Over here. Well, she missed my head
I did.
by a full 6.5 feet.
But the best
I'm
part,
only 6 feet tall.
the best part was that I just left him. I just left. Like I'm like hauling ass with my trek poles. I'm hauling ass down the pole down the trail, hauling. Don't see him anywhere behind me. And then like I have a pang of like,
I put my pack back on.
I feel bad. Like I should
pick
look
up
back.
a cup.
I turn back just
I
in
start
time
walking.
to see this ding dong
This one over here.
falling down.
Oh, wait, you forgot to mention the part that I fell into the creek earlier.
No, that was the creek part I was talking
No.
about. There was 2 creeks?
There was 2 creeks. I fell into the creek and got my boots all wet.
True. Before this
Before
is
all
pre-cup
that.
incident.
Yes. And then I changed it out of my boots, my hiking boots, my big
Into,
heavy
like, camping
hiking
shoes.
to these right here. No, those are moccasins. Never mind.
Oh my God.
Those are never mind.
Similar.
To what I had on
similar.
earlier.
Just
and
if they were loafers.
yeah, and they're
So
camp
I
shoes.
turn around to see him
So
falling down.
she runs away from me,
rocks.
and I slide down the rocks.
Broke his trek
pole.
poles and almost his legs. And
Yeah.
I'm like on the other side, like,
How are we gonna get that big ass fucker
then
out
I
of
was
here?
like, oh, are you okay? And he's like, I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Of course, he's like minus a trek pole and minus shoes now.
I
So-
got slippers on.
We regroup. We're still not speaking
No, we're not.
because the whole
'Cause-
cup to the head incident. We're still not speaking. But by now we have like what they call trail sickness. Like we can't get off this trail fast enough. Like we've got to get off the trail because we're insane now.
Yeah,
And you can hear civilization off in the distance. Like I can hear cars, but like we're nowhere near them.
but no, it's on the other side of the mountain.
So we get to this like park area. This ding dong has
and I
to
gotta poop.
so
I gotta
bad, and I'm
poop
like,
so
oh my
bad.
God, really?
And there's no toilet paper.
So
We have no toilet paper. They had no toilet paper.
What'd you use?
I used my underwear. I put a.
I did not know that. Where did the toilet? Did you throw in the thingy?
I put it in the thing.
So you were
Put it in the thing.
going commando the remainder of
The
the day?
remainder of the day.
I did not know that.
And then
until
she
now.
goes, "How are we gonna get back?" I go, "I don't know. I'll go call a cab."
I said, "There's no cabs and there's,
There's
no
no
Uber."
cabs.
So guess what we did?
So I said, "Hey, there's a guy over there. Let me go ask him."
We hitchhiked.
So
We didn't
it
do
wasn't-
this thing.
It
but
wasn't
it was just
so
like
much a hitchhike as I said, "Hey, dude, how can I catch a ride from here to there?
Which was totally out of his way, and like the whole time that we were riding
And
with him, he was
he-
talking
he-
about
he
his
said,
type
"Just
2
put your shit in the
diabetes.
back."
No, and then he was like,
And then we're like, "Oh,
maybe tomorrow you can
we'll go
come
get
hang
some
out with
pizza."
me at my house in the Columbia River Gorge, and we can get some pizza and
Yeah.
beers." And John and I were like,
Yeah, we'll do that.
he did not. His name was Chris. I still like have a lot of residual guilt
I
about
hope
it.
Chris isn't watching this.
He's probably dead by now. I don't think he did too much about his diabetes. Like I think he was like,
Was he diabetic?
did you miss that whole conversation?
I was in the back seat.
You were in the front. I was in the back.
Was I in the front seat?
This is what I have to deal with.
I don't
Like,
remember.
I'm just watching out for Judy, expecting
would've-
somebody
I
else
would've-
to watch out for Judy. He was in the front seat. I was in the back, like looking at all the junk in the back of this truck, thinking like, what can
Was
I
there a
use?
dog back there?
There was no dog, but like I was looking at all the stuff that I could use as weapons in case Chris, diabetic type 2, turned out to be like, I don't know, fucking Eileen Warnos with a penis. I don't know.
Who?
Eileen Warnos.
I don't know who that is.
She
Jeffrey
was
Dahmer?
like, no, she was like the lady that like murdered all the truckers. She like lurked around truck stops. You don't know Eileen Warnos.
No. I bet you her business.
So
with
much
this
of my
shit
life
with
has
COVID.
no context. I try to have context, but it just doesn't. Like there's just no frame of reference. Long story short, we made it back to the Timberline Lodge.
We had a great time there.
We did, but I still like have so much guilt about Chris. But he probably like killed and ate somebody else. So
Well, we went to that place where he was living.
Columbia River Gorge.
Yeah, that place. And we went there the next day. We didn't find him.
We didn't look for him.
I know that.
Okay, so I feel like we've rambled on long enough, but that is our dumb shit that happens to us. Timberline Lodge / what are you doing?
Nothing.
Mount Hood edition.
If you have the opportunity, go to Mount St. Helen. Just say, before it erupts again.
Oh, it's gonna happen soon.
It's gonna happen.
It is.
It's gonna happen.
But I think
Do it before it happens. Or do it after.
we should go to bed. Or just say goodnight.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.